I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Deep Down Under. We're up diving the mid-north coast of New South Wales and we're out at the Fads, first thing in the morning. First light has just come out onto the horizon. The target species is Mahi, and we're just hoping that there's a few of them hanging around these Fads. This is my first time diving the Fads, so I'm a little bit nervous and I'm checking my gear twice. The very first drift, and there's a nice school of Mahi. One of the boys plugs one, but I'm a little bit picky and I hold off on taking a shot, hoping that a bigger one would come along. Unfortunately, there was no big boy that came along, so I jump back in the boat and I go around for the second drift. I'm just hoping that they're still there and I haven't missed my opportunity at getting one. Only 1 minute into the second drift and I see the school that I'm after with a big bull in the middle of it. I do my best to get their interest and get them to come within range. Then all of a sudden the whole school turns and I realise I've only got a split second to take the shot. I can feel the line screaming out of my reel as the Mahi takes off, and that exciting feeling knowing that you've landed a spear in it. Unfortunately the shot is high though, which means I need to play this fish very carefully. My heart is in my mouth as I slowly and carefully pull the Mahi closer and closer, hoping to God that it does not tear off. Just as I get it closer, it takes another run and pulls itself further away from me. I'm getting really nervous now as the Mahi flips around on the surface trying to dislodge the spear. I know that it could tear out at any second.
Oi! Come here! I need a second shot, it's about to tear on a bull.
I'm not taking any second chances with potentially losing a big fish like this, so I call out for a second gun. Now that I've got a good second shot, I just need to slowly pull it to the surface without tangling myself in the line. My heart is absolutely racing. This is the first time I've ever been out to the Fads and the first time I've ever shot a Mahi. And as I get it closer, I realise the sheer size of this thing.
Yeah, got it. Woo! Oh, my first dolly, man. Oh, it was exciting too. You almost tore off. Ew!
It's good to go. He's good. He's good.
Franco's just gone in here for a dive, but we went out to the Fads this morning, jumped in, did a first drift. One of the boys shot a bull. I was just being patient and waited for the second drift, hoping that a bully would come in front of me. And yeah, I had that opportunity and took it. Wasn't the best shot. I didn't let my pride get in the way, so I called for a second gun and secured the fish, and I'm stoked. That's my first dolphin or mahi. I don't even think I've ever eaten one, but it's awesome to get a bull as my first fish. And this is him here. It's like he was built for my esky, only he's too long.
So we're back in from the Fads and we're doing a dive around the reef. Franco's not mucking around and he manages to plug this nice Spanish mackerel.
There's an amberjack on it.
He's got the experience to keep the mackerel down there, which attracts all the other fish in, giving me the opportunity to dive down and shoot one. My shooting line wraps around my gun and I can feel it being pulled out of my hand by the amberjack. I quickly unhitch it and make my way to the surface. And then I feel my reel jam up and I can't get to the surface. The shark clip from the handle on my gun has wrapped around the handle on my reel, causing it to jam up. I need to clip that reel belt on as soon as I can so that way I can drop my gun and get to the surface. This is why it's so important to have a reel belt when you're fishing without a float line and a float. Now this amberjack's only a couple kilos, but when it's pulling down, swimming hard, it might be pulling 10 kilos of weight. And trying to pull that to the surface significantly increases the chance of a shallow water blackout. So it's important to clip that reel on, get to the surface, sort yourself out, and then safely pull the fish in. Franco spots a nice king and dives down after it.
Wait, Jewies! They're on this pinnacle!
That is 30-meter viz. The conditions here are sublime, absolutely beautiful. I'm just having a breather. I did one dive on this pinnacle and there was a school of Jews, but they just went a bit too deep for what I could dive down to. We had a nice size Spanish go past that just wouldn't come into range, and then Franco's just yelled out that there was a 20 kilo mac Spanish that he just missed. So this is just awesome spearfishing. I've never experienced anything like it. We've already filled the esky up. I don't think we'll be out here all day. I think it's only 9:30 in the morning. And yeah, we're very happy spearfishermen.
I keep the Deep Down Under Spearfishing Instagram page pretty up to date with all the dives that I'm doing. So if you want to keep up with the content as it's coming out on the regular, feel free to jump over and have a look. Next episode is part 2 of this awesome dive trip. It's more super clear water and it's more fish. Jump on the bandwagon, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.